Wow, this is a bummer. What is up, awesome people of the internet? I have some bummer news to share with you all today. UConn has announced that Azzi Fudd, their star of a junior, will miss the remainder of the season. So the reason why she's going to miss the rest of the season is because she suffered a medial meniscal tear as well as a torn ACL in her right knee. Her injury happened in practice last Tuesday, November the 14th, and this was kind of a random injury. Here's how head coach Geno explained what happened. He says, "I'm standing here, she's over here, she takes the ball, dribbles, stops, shoots it, and says, that felt funny, and walked to the training room. I'm like, what? Did she stub her toe? Turf toe? What? That felt funny. Maybe ankle?" Like most of all the other ones that have happened, nobody near, just random stuff. Now, this injury is added to the growing list of season-ending injuries that UConn has suffered over the last several years. You may remember that Geno is out for this season due to an Achilles injury that she experienced over the summer while she was playing with her home country, Egypt. Ayanna Patterson has been out so far this season, though she will be back soon. She had a knee procedure in the offseason. And also last year, Paige Bueckers and Ice Brady was out the entire season. Paige Bueckers was out due to a ACL tear, and Ice Brady due to a dislocated patella. And for Azzi, this is just another injury that has hindered her from truly living up to the hype that surrounded her as a player. She has been a hype player ever since high school. And she just still hasn't lived up to that, mainly because of these injuries. In high school, she overcame both a MCL and ACL tear, which one is wild that she was able to overcome that. She came to UConn as the number one recruit in the country. She was a sharpshooter, and she had what Steph Curry calls a textbook shot. Azzi Fudd can shoot the lights out of the gym. And that showed in high school, and for the periods of time when she played at UConn, that has shown over the years. The junior has since suffered 3 injuries at UConn, though her recent one that she just experienced is the most severe out of the 3. In 2021, her freshman year, she missed a couple of games due to a foot injury. That year, she only played 25 games. In her sophomore year, she missed a bunch of games due to a knee injury, only playing in 15 games last year. So, yeah, she still hasn't been able to make it through a full season at UConn injury-free. Azzi played 2 games this season before she got injured, averaging 11 points, though she was uncharacteristically inefficient. Especially in that NC State game where she went 4 of 13 shooting. In a statement, Geno says, "We're all just so upset for Azzi. She worked hard to be healthy this season, and it's unfortunate when you put in a lot of hard work and you have a setback like this. Azzi loves the game and works tirelessly. I'm confident she'll rehab with the same work ethic and come back better than ever. We'll obviously miss her presence on the court, but Azzi will continue to be a great teammate and important part of this team this season. Our program will support Azzi through her recovery however we can." So yeah, that's what he said. So you may be wondering, what does this mean for Azzi? Well, it means that one, in the meantime, in the near future, she's gonna have surgery. She's gonna cheer on her team. And she's going to ponder about what the future holds for her and her basketball career. So she had previously announced that she was going to stay another year at UConn, but she does have 2 years of eligibility left if she wants it. So she could stay 2 more years instead of just 1. And also, for that matter, Paige Bueckers also has 2 more years of eligibility. Again, it is that darn COVID year that has really helped players. Azzi is a straight up baller, in general. Like she's been a baller since high school, and she's overcome a lot to make it where she is now. And even though she was struggling through those first 2 games, especially that NC State game, I just knew that she was going to come back I didn't think that she was going to have a season-ending injury. I thought it was just some sort of minor thing, and she would be back. And when she came back this season, I thought she was just going to be balling because she struggled a little bit, but I just knew she was going to get it back together because Azzi Fudd can shoot. She's a sharpshooter. She's a player that can get hot and just score in bunches. And so it's a bummer that we will not be able to see her do her thing the rest of the season. But for sure, I'll be praying for her for both her sort of mental health and also her physical health as well, because for her to endure so many injuries at such a young age is crazy. Like I said, she had multiple. She had a ACL and MCL tear while in high school. Like, that is crazy that a player has had that in high school. Of course, there's other players who have it too, but like that's a serious thing. And then to get to college and again have injury after injury after injury, that does a lot of wear and tear to your body at such a young age. So it's like, I think it's going to be a tough one for her to come back from this. Yes, she's going to come back, I think. But it's a long road ahead for her. So for sure, prayers for her that she's able to physically endure it and also mentally endure it. Now there's a lot of people who are wondering, what does this mean for UConn? Well, I think this means that players have to step up, of course, specifically on the offensive end. Now that Azzi is officially out, all eyes are on Paige Bueckers. And with all eyes on her means there's going to be a lot more defensive pressure on Paige Bueckers because teams don't really have to worry about leaving, Azzi to defend Paige because Azzi could shoot. So in terms of defense, your defenders are more likely to stick with Azzi because you can't leave her. Because even though she was struggling in those two games, like, this girl can shoot. And so now that Azzi's not going to be in the game, now Paige is going to get a lot more attention and possibly get a lot more double teams. And so this means that other players have to step up. So far, Aubrey Griffin has been starting in Azzi's place, and I think she's doing fine. But UConn hasn't really played anyone of note besides NC State, though I guess you can kind of say Maryland is a notable team. However, this year, not so much. So we'll really see what Aubrey Griffin is able to do in the starting lineup for UConn. We'll find out a lot more this weekend when UConn plays UCLA, specifically what Aubrey can do. So, she needs to step up a lot more. She has stepped up in this role. They also need players like KK Arnold to step up as well. If KK can consistently hit some threes for UConn, that would be huge, huge, huge. Basically, UConn just needs more 3-point shooters and more efficient 3-point shooters. They have them, but they have to step up their game even more with Azzi out all season. So, yeah, that's the video, guys. I just wanted to let you all know what's happening. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that Azzi, how long do you think it'll take for her to fully rehab? Do you think she'll be ready to go by the start of next season? Just what are your thoughts about UConn and their prospects and how her injury sort of changes things? Because I think it for sure changes things. It for sure changes a lot because not having a player that you can rely on that can give you a good 30 minutes a game like Azzi can, that's tough. And it just means that even more that other players can't go down if a UConn wants a chance, because as we know, UConn is very injury prone, especially over the last several years. I will be doing a special video about UConn and their injuries and why I think all of these injuries are happening. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Again, please pray for Azzi Fudd that she's able to, get healthy again, that she has a successful surgery and that she's able to just mentally be prepared for the grind that is rehab. She's experienced it quite a lot in her past. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. And it's gonna be tough for UConn as well. So we'll see what happens. Though I think for sure this takes UConn out of national championship contention. Though they might have already been out of it after that NC State game, but they're definitely out of it now. Like I can't really see how they make it far enough this year. Maybe they go to Elite Eight, but I'm not really sure if they can make it to a national championship game. But if they do, that'll be huge. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you can, please like this video. Also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. I make content all about women's basketball. So if you want to be in the know when things like this happen, subscribe and I will let you know. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time. Bye.